Norwex offers non-toxic cleaning solutions to help make our homes safer and our lives easier. So, for me, it was love at first sight with Norwex. So I wanted to show you a little bit about why that is, show you a few of my favorite products, and try to keep it kind of short and sweet because I can go on and on about how much I love these products. So there are a few kind of core products that I want to show you today, starting with the EnviroCloth. If you have heard of Norwex before, this is probably the product that you have heard of. This is our all-purpose microfiber cleaning cloth. It comes in 5 different colors. This is our green, and you can see mine is a little bit worn because I use it for everything. So the key with the EnviroCloth is you can kind of remember E for Enviro and E for everything. You can pretty much use this on anything you need to clean. So just to tell you a little bit about Norwex microfiber in general. So in order to be termed a microfiber, the strand has to be about 1/8 the size of a human hair. Norwex microfiber goes far beyond that, and each of the strands in, well, the single strand in this cloth is 1/200th the width of human hair. That is very, very tiny. That creates a ton of surface area. That creates a ton of density in this cloth, and it enables the cloth to pick up just about anything off of any surface, no matter how tiny it may be. I'm about to show you how Norwex microfiber can remove bacteria from a surface. So if you use a, pardon me, if you use a Lysol wipe, if you use bleach, if you use Clorox, if you use any of those products that are touted to kill bacteria, kill flu viruses, those kinds of things, those products work if you use them correctly. And if you've never read the back of a package of Lysol wipes, you may be surprised. If you've got a package of those in your cupboard, go take a look and read the instructions. Norwex microfiber does what's called mechanical removal of bacteria. So it doesn't just kill it, it doesn't just smother it, it actually removes the bacteria from a surface. So that surface no longer has bacteria on it. You don't have to rinse the surface after the fact, which you do have to do with bleach or Clorox or Lysol, any of those things. So using only the cloth and water, you can actually remove bacteria from a surface, and it's completely clean at that point. So I have here a little piece of raw chicken. So I'm going to take this little piece of raw chicken and I'm going to put it on this plate here. So I have a clean, brand new plate. And I'm going to take this piece of raw chicken and I'm going to put it on the plate. Rub it around. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Maybe not. Okay, so I put raw chicken on this plate here. So now I'm going to take the EnviroCloth and I am going to, using the flat side of the EnviroCloth, I'm going to wipe this plate. I'm going to open it up and find a new surface, a new clean surface. I'm going to wipe the plate completely off. So that is the only thing I'm going to do to clean this plate. Okay? So the other thing that I have here is a protein tester swab. So this swab is the same type of swab used by like health departments to test whether a surface is clean when they go do health inspections. So I'm going to open this guy up. There's a sterile swab here. We're going to wipe that. Take our plate and we're going to wipe that swab across the surface of our plate. So we're picking up any potential proteins or bacteria that may be on this plate. Back and forth, diagonally, up and down, the whole deal. Okay, I'm going to take this swab and I'm going to put it back in the sterile container. And then there's a little vial of tester liquid in here. So I'm going to break that vial and release the testing liquid down into where our swab sits. Squeeze it a little bit. Okay, So the key here is the green is good and purple is bad. Purple means that the swab detected protein. So we have a green swab. I always love it when that works correctly. So what this means, and you can see it's rather nice and bright green. So here is the tester strip to show you. So purple, it means that the protein was detected. Green means that it was not. So we're still bright green. So protein is actually smaller than bacteria. So if there is protein on a surface, that means that there is potentially bacteria on a surface. This plate that we wiped only with the Norwex microfiber cloth is completely clean of proteins and bacteria. I could put this back into the cupboard, and I probably will. So we're gonna let this sit here. I'll show it to you again later, just see if anything has been detected. Actually, no, what I'm gonna do right now is I have our little piece of chicken that I put in my sink here. I am going to, wait, I'm gonna show you one more thing. Okay, so here is the cloth that we used to wipe the proteins. So I'm actually gonna use the swab on that cloth. In fact, hold tight, I'll pick it up. Okay, so we've got the cloth here. I'm gonna rub the swab on the cloth. See if we can pick up any proteins that way. Back into the test kit. Still green. Now I'm going to take our actual chicken. I'm not going to pick it up again because I don't want to get it all over my fingers again. But we're going to rub it on the chicken. And even the chicken is turning purple, actually. The swab is already purple. And we're going to put it in here. Now here's what it would have looked like had it picked up any proteins off of the plate. Purple. I find that to be pretty mind-blowing, and I hope you do too. So, the EnviroCloth can be used for so many different purposes. You can use it to wipe down your kitchen counters. You can use it to, you can actually use it to get things out of cloth or fabric. The microfiber works really, really well to get down into the fibers of the cloth. You can use it to dry things off. Right now, this microfiber, I always forget to mention this, I'm sorry. This cloth is actually wet with water, only water. But this cloth can be used either dry or wet, and right now I have it wet. So you get it completely saturated with water, you wring it out so that it's not sopping. Like I can't actually wring water out of this right now, but it is completely wet to the touch. So that's kind of how I like to use my EnviroCloths is wet because it gives them a little more scrubbing power, it gives them a little more pickup power, and they just work a little bit more effectively, a little more efficiently that way. So I keep one of these by my kitchen sink so I can wipe down the counter, so I can wipe down the sink. I have a stainless steel sink, as you can see, so getting water spots off of it, this is beautiful for that. And then, but really anything that you need a cloth for, you can use this for, and it's so effective and it's so fast. One of the things that I use it for almost habitually is just to wipe the top of my hood. My hood has never been more clean than since I started using Norwex microfiber because it gets all of those, that grease in the air from when you're cooking, any dust, any pet dander, anything that kind of hangs out in the kitchen because of the grease that's in the air, the cooking products that are in the air. The microfiber in Norwex really just solves that. So the EnviroCloth has a best friend. And the EnviroCloth's best friend is this pink cloth called the window cloth. So now the window cloth comes in 3 different colors. This pink color you receive when you book a party through a party. So if you host an in-home party and someone books a party with you, you automatically get one of these pink cloths with every single person who books a party through your party. So it's really easy to accumulate a lot of these, and it's really nice to have a lot of them on hand. I prefer the EnviroCloth to be wet, I actually prefer the window cloth to be dry. So I'm going to kind of open this up and show it to you full size. So the pink EnviroCloth is actually larger than the ones that you can purchase by just a little bit. But it's a nice big surface, it's perfect for polishing, for drying, and I'm going to show you the most amazing thing about the window cloth here in just a second. So I don't know about you guys, but I hate window cleaner because I never ever am able to get my windows clean. I always leave streaks. It seems like it leaves a film. I just don't love it. So between the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, I have thrown out every bottle of window cleaner that is in my house, and I don't have to worry about those things anymore. I'm about to show you why. So I have here a mirror that's mostly clean. We'll solve that here in a minute. That was you. Hi. Um, so I'm gonna take this mirror. My son loves my mirrors, so there's little baby handprints all over it. But I'm gonna take just a little bit of butter. This is just a little bit of soft butter. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna spread it all over this mirror, which seems a little crazy at first. Okay, so I now have a buttered mirror. Okay, so I'm gonna take, and the key to using your EnviroCloth is to fold it in quarters. So you have, at all times, you have 8 different surfaces to work with. So that creates efficiency in your cleaning because you don't have to go wash out your cloth all the time. You don't have to worry about, you actually don't have to worry about pulling things from surface to surface with your EnviroCloth because it holds everything in those tiny little microfibers. I wish I could show you just how tiny and dense these little microfibers are. Gets a little blurry up that close though. Okay, so you want to fold this so that you have a flat surface because that flat surface allows the microfiber to really grab a hold of everything that is on the surface that you're wiping. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to take our little mirror and I'm going to wipe our mirror with the EnviroCloth. Grab another clean surface. Wipe again with the EnviroCloth. And just with the EnviroCloth alone, it's pretty darn clean. But I'm going to grab our window cloth. Again, flat surface because it is microfiber again. You may feel it pull a little bit like I am right now because of all those little toddler handprints that were all over my mirror. But, so now, using only the microfiber and water, so no other products, no cleaning products, no window cleaner, no, none of that. I have a completely clean and shiny mirror. It's beautiful on windows, mirrors. If you ever have, I've had that problem where the lights in your bathroom heat up the mirror a little bit, so you can't ever really quite get a streak-free clean because it dries too quickly. That, you kind of use that wax on, wax off technique, so you wipe with the EnviroCloth and then polish with the window cloth, and that problem is going to go away. The window cloth is also really great on like black top stoves like I have, or glass top stoves. It's really fabulous for that. Again, for the hood of your stove to get, you get that all that grease wiped off with your EnviroCloth, and then you just polish it right up with your window cloth. This is perfect on chrome surfaces, everything. And you don't have to use the EnviroCloth with it. That's my preferred method. I kind of clean with the EnviroCloth and I polish with the window cloth. But you can actually use this wet to clean and polish. It is microfiber just like the EnviroCloth is. It's a little bit different weave. Again, I don't know if you can see that kind of on the video, but it's a little bit smoother weave. It's a little bit softer cloth. It feels a little softer to the touch, but it is still that that microfiber, that dense weave, that 1/200th strand, all of that. And then the other thing that I forgot to mention about the EnviroCloth and the window cloth both is that they're woven through with silver. And I don't know how much you know about silver, but silver is actually naturally antibacterial. Bacteria cannot live in the presence of silver. Silver will smother the bacteria, it will kill it. So any bacteria that you've picked up off the surface that now is in this cloth, what you do is you just rinse the cloth in hot water, hot water, wring it out really nice, hang it to dry, and your cloth is clean again within 24 hours. All of that bacteria that may have been left after you rinsed it, which won't be a lot, is going to be killed by that silver that's woven through it. And the silver is actually fused to the microfiber, so it's not going to fall out, it's not going to fray, it's not going to go away. It's in the cloth, it's embedded in the cloth, it's fused to the fibers. So all of our cloths that show this little it's backwards, this little backlock logo, all of those cloths are woven through with the silver. A few of them aren't, just for the purpose of that cloth doesn't lend itself to that kind of thing. But all of our core products, all the ones that I'm going to show you today, actually are woven with backlock. So that means that you'll never end up with stinky cloths. You'll never end up with cloths that are going to spread bacteria. You're never going to worry about pushing that bacteria around on a surface the way a typical sponge does. The EnviroCloth is going to remove it, hold on to it, rinse it all down the drain, and then kill anything that's remaining. So one other kind of kitchen product I want to show you. These are called Spira sponges. So these come in a pack of 2. I love these. They're scrubby. They have a little bit of a rough texture to them, but they are usable on basically any surface, including nonstick surfaces. You can clean your nonstick pans using this, and it just gives you a little more scrubbing power. So I love these. These are a little bit more of a disposable product, whereas the EnviroCloth and the window cloth, these will last you a really long time. So all of our EnviroCloths and window cloths and many of our other microfiber products come with a 2-year warranty. So if anything happens to your cloth during that 2 years, if it frays, if it starts to not work for you, if anything happens to it along those lines, and of course there's fine print involved, but that comes along with your products when you receive them. But there is a 2-year warranty on these products, so you just contact me and we can get you a new set if anything happens to yours. But honestly, I know consultants who have been using the same EnviroCloth for a decade and no issues. It's still just as effective as the day that they bought it. So with the Spira sponges, like I said, those are a little bit more disposable product, but they will last you a really, really nice long time, and you won't have to replace them once a week like you do with your typical sponges. They also will never get that funky smell that sponges get. They're not going to spread bacteria the way that other sponges do, and they're just more effective. They're actually filled with nylon, so nylon won't hold on to nasty little bacteria the way the other sponges will. A couple more kitchen products just really fast. So this is one of my favorites. This is the dishcloth. So really nice light open weave. It's actually fully nylon, so it's non-absorbent. So you can get it wet and use it wet, but it won't hold on to liquids and things like that. It's really great for scrubbing your dishes. You don't want to use your EnviroCloth for your dishes because it is so absorbent and it is so dense. It can end up getting clogged with all the grease and food particles that you're using or that you're cleaning off of your dishes. So if you want a cloth for cleaning dishes, this is wonderful. It is also great for cleaning up like sticky messes, cheeses, jams, and then also dry like baking messes, so sugar, salt, flour, because when you have it folded like this, it creates all these little pockets that are going to pick up those dry particles, and then you just dump them out in the sink. Another really great use that I love it for is I take it and I spread it out completely in the bottom of my sink, and then I will peel like potatoes, peel vegetables into it, and then I just grab it by all 4 corners, dump that stuff back in the or in the trash, and then that doesn't have to go down my disposal. You can also cook bacon in this. You put bacon on it in the microwave and use it the way that you would paper towel. So I actually don't use paper towel in my kitchen anymore at all. So, oh, one more kitchen cloth. So this is a kitchen cloth. So this is, sorry, mine's from my kitchen, so it looks like it's been used. So the weave of the kitchen cloth is a little bit different again. So the different weaves kind of have different purposes. So this one has a ribbed weave. This allows it to dry much more quickly than the EnviroCloth, than the dense EnviroCloth, because when you're in your kitchen, you're using your cloths constantly. You may use your cloth at the beginning of the day, middle of the day, end of the day, and you want it to dry quickly. You want it to be reusable again quickly. So that ribbed weave actually leaves a very thin surface there between the microfiber surfaces. Still microfiber, but not as dense. And that allows it to dry more quickly. So these cloths come in 2 different sizes. They are backlock. They come in 2 different sizes. This is the kitchen cloth. And then there is also the kitchen towel, which is bigger, longer. So really, really great for for drying dishes, for you can even lay it out and put dishes on it to dry. That's a really great use for it. But again, so it comes in 2 different sizes and they come in quite a few different colors. So if you're trying to match a kitchen decor, if you're trying to kind of stay within a theme, really easy to do that with these cloths. One of my favorite colors, and I don't have one handy, but one of my favorite colors that these come in is actually black, because I have cast iron pans that even though you get them clean, if they're seasoned properly, they're still gonna have a little bit of residue on them. So I like the black one for just kind of drying that off a little bit before I toss it back in the oven to re-season, because it doesn't get that black residue all over my other clean towels. Okay, so there are some messes that you might need a little bit more elbow grease for than just your EnviroCloth with microfiber. They're few, they're far between, but they do exist. So I'm going to show you that one here in just a second. So I have here a Sharpie and a piece of vinyl flooring. So this is just a sample of vinyl flooring that I picked up at, I think, Home Depot. It's just a little sample of a natural bamboo. And I wanted to, I want to show you kind of how your EnviroCloth can save your life if you have flooring like this, if you have, I mean, everyone has walls. So Sharpie is not a good combination with your walls, your floor. But for those of us who have toddlers know that the possibility definitely exists. So I'm going to take this Sharpie with my flooring here, and I'm going to draw on my flooring. I keep thinking I should learn to draw backwards for these videos, but okay. I heart Norwex. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to take my EnviroCloth, just my EnviroCloth, that I've folded up in a weird way. So I'm going to take my EnviroCloth, that flat surface again, most effective cleaning surface, and I'm going to try to wipe this off. So really put some energy into it, but you can see nothing. So it's a little lighter, but that's about it. So now to introduce you to one of my very favorite Norwex products. So this is probably, when it comes to our consumables and actual like cleaning products as we're used to them being, this is probably my favorite out of the entire catalog. So this is, I'm going to just show you the lid really quick because I have it taken off. This is our Norwex cleaning paste. So this stuff is amazing. It comes in this tub like this. And in the tub you'll see, if you can kind of see that, it is kind of a chalk-like substance. It's solid. So you take this, you take your EnviroCloth. You can also use this with the spare sponge if you need just a little more scrubbiness. It's a technical term, scrubbiness. So I'm going to grab my EnviroCloth, and I just simply, so wet EnviroCloth again, I just simply wipe that across the surface of the cleaning paste so that I pick up some of that product on here. And now I'm going to use that on my Sharpie. And you can see with just a few wipes how I can get that almost completely clean. Just a little more energy, I'm going to be able to get it completely clean. And just for the record, I have actually used this piece of vinyl flooring over and over and over again to show this to people, and it comes completely clean, no residue, no little outlines of what was drawn on here before, completely clean every single time. There we go, no Sharpie. So that will work on any non-porous surface. It'll also work on walls. If you're using it on walls, you do want to be a little bit careful because paint isn't completely um, indestructible. So you do want to make sure that you are kind of careful when you're getting things off of walls. Sometimes it's more important to get the Sharpie off the wall than it is um, to not take a little bit of paint off the top layer. So that's kind of up to you, but the EnviroCloth is strong. The cleaning paste is strong. So you do want to test a surface before you really go to town on it, just to make sure that it's not going to do any damage to the surface. Um, so the last kind of product I want to touch on a little bit is our line of body cloths. I just grabbed one to show you today. So this is just your basic body cloth. So this is basically an EnviroCloth for your skin. So this is, again, it's microfiber, it is Bacloc, it is woven to that with that 1/200th of a human hair thickness. It's everything the EnviroCloth is, but it's a little softer, it's a little more gentle, and it's a little more, it's actually kind of exfoliating for your skin. So you can use this to clean any part of your body without the use of soaps. So I actually do not use soap anymore. So I don't use soap on my face, I don't use soap on my body. I do still use shampoo and conditioner, but I have completely gotten rid of any soaps, even shaving creams, all of those things with the use of the Norwex body cloths. It's really, really amazing because remember how the EnviroCloth is removing bacteria from surfaces? So is the body cloth. So it's removing any bacteria. It's actually breaking up and removing dead skin cells and leaving your skin soft and vibrant and clean in a way that soap kind of can't. So soaps often leave a film. They're gonna leave residue on your skin that actually clogs your pores. It can dry out your skin. It can. There's all of these things that the fragrances and the dyes and even just the residue that's in soaps that the body cloth isn't going to do. It's going to remove all of those things. First time you use it, you may end up noticing it's a little bit difficult to do. It may dry your skin out at first, but that's because your skin is changing, your skin is acclimating, your skin is kind of getting the hang of not using soap, which you may have used, you probably have used your whole life. I had. But I haven't used soap in the shower in probably 6 months now. I kind of haven't been keeping track, but it really is fantastic. The other thing that the body cloths are really great for is I have a toddler, and that toddler gets very dirty, but sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get that toddler into the bathtub. So the body cloth is really handy for that because if it's really a struggle to get him in the tub, but he really needs a bath, quick little wipe down with a body cloth and he's sponge bathed and he doesn't smell funny anymore and he's good to go. So he actually kind of loves the body cloths too. He plays with them in the tub, and he's learning to kind of wash himself, and the body cloth is really nice because I don't have to worry about him getting all of the soap off of his body, because we all know that if you leave soap in certain places it can start to hurt a little bit. But the body cloth, I don't have to worry about that. He is he's old enough to know that if he wipes himself down, he's clean. And that is really, really a great thing as a mom to know that he can learn to bathe and wash himself. But I know that he's actually getting clean and he's actually getting rinsed again, and that there's no harmful leftovers from when he's in the bathtub. So, lost my train of thought. I hate it when that happens. Oh, makeup removal. That's the other thing that I use this for. So I wear a fair amount of makeup, and including eyeliners, mascara, foundation, things like that. And I've always struggled to find something that really, truly worked to remove all of my makeup so you don't wake up with the raccoon eye and that kind of thing. So the Norwex body cloths, using just the body cloth and water, you can remove even waterproof makeups from your face. So each night with just some hot water and the EnviroCloth, I am able to remove all of my makeup without using any products, without using any disposable products, without adding anything new to my skin. No oils, no chemicals, nothing of that that's going to dry out my skin even more, cause me to break out even more, something that I've always struggled with. So the body cloth is really kind of a lifesaver for me when it comes to makeup removal and keeping my face clean and nice. So the body cloths come in several different sizes. So the body cloth is your basic this is essentially a washcloth. So it comes in this size here. These come in packs of 3. So you can order them in different colors. You actually can, body pack is one of the things that is very, very easy to earn if you're hosting a party. With just a certain number of buying guests, you can earn a body pack for free, so you wouldn't even have to buy it. There is also what's called the body mitt, where it has the exfoliating on one side and then the body cloth on the other side. That's what I personally use to shave my legs. So, well, I use it in place of shaving cream to shave my legs. I still use a razor. So you exfoliate your skin, get rid of all those dry, dead skin cells, wipe clean with the body cloth, and then follow with the razor, and you won't have any razor burn. You won't have any residue from that shaving cream, and you'll get a nice, clean, close shave. I was actually amazed the first time I tried that, but I was like, hey, if I'm going to tell people this works, I have to do it myself. And now it's the only way that I shave. So, anyway, so there's the body cloth, there's the body mitts, and then there are full-size body towels, bath towels. There's a kid's bath towel that's a little more plush, a little more soft, a little warmer. And then there are also hand towels, so larger than the body cloths, smaller than the full-size bath towels, but really great for keeping in your bathroom, in your guest bathroom. It's really nice to have one. I have one in my downstairs main bathroom, and then I have them in all of our other bathrooms just as the hand towels. So cleaning your Norwex products is also super, super easy. You just toss them all in the washing machine. So a few key things with washing your Norwex microfiber is that you don't want to wash it with anything that is going to shed or lint or anything like that. So what I do, where I do have so much microfiber myself, is that I toss all of my microfiber in today. It's actually what I'm doing today, is cleaning my Norwex. So you, again, like we talked about earlier, you don't have to wash it very often. Maybe every couple of weeks if you really feel like it. You can go longer than that if you're rinsing them out really well. So, but all you really have to do is toss them in the washing machine. You want to make sure that you use a detergent that doesn't have fillers, dyes, fragrances, because those sorts of things can climb into your microfiber and clog up those pores, make them, I call them pores, fibers, make them a little bit less effective. And you don't want to use any fabric softener, either liquid or sheets. So don't worry though, we do offer a laundry detergent. So this is our powder laundry detergent. It actually, we've recently reformulated it. So if you see it on the website and it looks a little bit different from this, don't worry. It's just as effective as this formula was, but even better. So it comes in a blue container now, where this one is the green and white. So this is one of the most amazing products that we offer, in my personal opinion, because you need so little of this to get your laundry clean. So the back of the container shows instructions. Don't follow those instructions if you purchase this. If you use a teaspoon of this powder, you might be using too much. I use between a quarter and a half a teaspoon in every load in my high efficiency washing machine with hard water. If you have soft water, you'll use even less. If you have a regular like top loader washing machine, you may use a teeny tiny bit more, but probably not. My mom has a regular top loading washing machine, and she uses maybe a half a teaspoon. So just a little math for you here. So this bag, this is a full size bag, it's 1 kilogram. This is $24.99. And this, I did the math based on using a full teaspoon. This bag would cost you about 13 cents per load if you were using a full teaspoon. So cut that in half if you're using the half a teaspoon, in quarters if you use a quarter teaspoon like I do. If you buy a Right now at my local Smith's, a bucket of Tide Pods is about $21, $20.99 I think is what it was last time I saw, and that was 81 Tide Pods. So if you break that down, that breaks down to be about 26 cents per pod. That doesn't seem like a lot, but then if you consider that 13 divided by 4, my math skills are not great, but I know that's a small number. 13 divided by 4, that's how much you're paying per load. So that's what, like 4 cents maybe if we round up. So 4 cents a load versus 26 cents a load. I think that math speaks for itself. So and then as far as drying, you can just toss them in the dryer. Again, you don't want to use dryer sheets because that's going to the product that's on the dryer sheets does get into the fibers of your clothing, but also your microfiber. It will make them less effective. So you don't want to use any dryer sheets or anything like that. We do have a set of wool dryer balls or a set of plastic dryer balls if you that will help decrease static and dry time if you need that. The wool dryer balls are great because you can actually add essential oils. So if you miss that smell in your laundry, I personally love when my laundry comes out smelling like nothing. I feel like that is when you really know it's clean. So I have that preference, but when I do my sheets and my linens and things like that, I do a few drops of lavender essential oil on the dryer balls, and they my sheets come out smelling wonderful. So if you're intrigued by any of this today, consider placing an order. Contact your host; she'll have the link. I'll also attach the link to the current party in the bottom of the video. When we're done here, you can also reach out to me if you've got questions, if you need anything, if you're curious about any of the products that you see on our website. Please reach out. I would love to answer any questions. And all my contact information is there. My website is Lenny Stratton, LenniStratton.norwex.biz. I'll also put that link in the bottom of the video when we're done here. Like I said, all my contact info is there on my website. You can reach out to me there. There's even a contact form there if you want to reach out that way. If you have any questions, if you have any follow-up, anything at all, please feel free to reach out. I would love to chat with you. If you are wanting to see more, consider booking an in-home consultation. So if you're local to, I'm in Murray, Salt Lake area. If you're local to me here, I'd be happy to book a consultation with you, come out, show you any of the products in person. I have a whole plethora of other products. These are just kind of a very small sampling of what Norwex has to offer. So I would love to show you a little bit more, show you anything you're curious about, answer any questions that you have in person, and of course, help you earn free product. So one of the reasons, honestly, I have to be honest about it, one of the reasons I joined Norwex is for all the free product. Within the first 2 parties consultations that I booked before I became a Norwex independent sales consultant, I earned almost $1,000 in free product. And most of the product that I now have, I did not pay cash for. I earned through Norwex, through hosting consultations, and through earning free product as a consultant, because Norwex is one of the most generous direct sales companies that exists out there today. So thanks for watching. Thanks for helping us create more safe havens. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I would love to chat with you and get to know you more. Thanks so much.